2018 NBA Draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Luka Doncic. 2019 NBA Draft, the New Orleans Pelicans select Zion Williamson.
Zion Williamson and Luka Doncic are the new generations of NBA superstars that will continue to dominate the floor for the next decade. However, did you know that Zion's contract depends entirely on his body weight and body fat percentage? Luka has always been struggling with his weight and has been called fat and out of shape many times. Will they manage to prove the haters wrong? Stay tuned and find out. Zion Williamson was born in 2000 in Salisbury, North Carolina. His parents, who were also athletes, decided to name him after Mount Zion, which was the highest point in ancient Jerusalem. When he was 5 years old, he told his mother that he wanted to play college basketball. He wanted to be the best player in the country. His family started helping him in achieving that dream. He was the only 5-year-old player competing in the AAU for 9-year-olds. When he was 9, he would wake up at 5 a.m. for a workout. His mother, Sharonda Sampson, was actually his first basketball coach while Zion played in the youth leagues. After divorcing his father, she remarried a couple of years later to Lee Anderson, who was experienced in youth basketball development and was also an ex-college basketball player. Zion had all the support of his mother and stepfather to dedicate his time to achieving his dream. While growing up, Zion wasn't the big man you see today. Instead, he played in the position of point guard and developed his ball handling skills. Also, his passing and court vision started to improve. From 8th to 10th grade, he grew 7 inches, which made him tower over everyone else. When he enrolled in high school, his freshman year at Spartanburg playing for the Griffins was extraordinary, showcasing what a once-in-a-generation talent Zion really is. He averaged 24.4 points, 9.4 rebounds, 2.8 assists, 3.3 steals, and 3 blocks per game, earning All-State and All-Region honors. In his second year in high school, he was already 6'6", 1.98 meters. In the sophomore season, he averaged 28.3 points, 10.4 rebounds, 3.9 blocks, and 2.7 steals per game. He was unstoppable. He led the Griffins to their first region title in their history. In 2016, he attended a National Basketball Player Association (NBPA) camp and took the title of the leading scorer. A superstar was forming. In his junior season, Williamson averaged 36.8 points, 13 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2.5 blocks per game. Because of his highlight viral videos, he quickly became the new LeBron James. In his season debut, he recorded 42 points and 16 rebounds. Even Stephen Curry liked what he saw in those highlight videos. On November 24, 2016, Zion scored 50 points, including 10 dunks along with 16 rebounds and 5 blocks. On December 21st, he posted a new record of 53 points and 16 rebounds. At the start of 2017, Williamson soon became even more famous when the world-famous rapper Drake wore his jersey in an Instagram post that went viral. In June of that year, he appeared on the cover of Slam magazine. In his senior season of high school, Zion averaged 36.4 points, 11.4 rebounds, and 3.5 assists per game. In his first game, he scored 46 and grabbed 15 rebounds. After a small injury, he returned a month later and continued his streak of 30-plus point games. He led his Griffins to their 3rd consecutive regional championship title after recording 38 points in the final game. After high school, Zion had a lot of college offers. What is most interesting is that he was even offered a football scholarship from LSU, but he expressed no interest in that. In 2018, Zion signed with Duke. He always admired the legendary coach Mike Krzyzewski, and he was excited to learn from him. He continued dominating playing for Duke, averaging 22.6 points, 8.9 rebounds, and 2.1 steals per game. However, in February 2020, in a game against North Carolina, Zion suffered a knee sprain after his foot ripped through his Nike shoes. As a result of the incident, Nike stocks dropped by $1.1 billion the very next day. Zion was a beast. His mass was somewhat incredible, and his speed and agility were like a point guard's. But long term, everyone said that his body type wasn't going to sustain playing 82 games for a decade. Being the first pick of the 2019 NBA Draft, Zion signed with the New Orleans Pelicans. During the preseason, Zion tore his meniscus. 3 months later, he returned to the floor. In his first 8 games, he scored 20 points at least 4 consecutive times, the longest streak for any rookie. Despite playing only 24 games, Zion became the 4th youngest player to make an All-Star Game appearance, behind Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and Magic Johnson. After his rookie season with the Pelicans, in his second season, Zion averaged 27 points per game with 61% shooting from the field. He tied with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the longest streak of at least 20-point games on 50% shooting. That streak became 25 games. During the offseason in 2021, Williamson suffered a Jones fracture that sidelined him for the whole season. After being away for the whole season, there has been a lot of speculation regarding his weight, his ability to come back, and his will to win. Because Zion, while he played, was a dominating force to be reckoned with, but since he had a clause in his contract that limited him to a certain weight and body fat, that solely expresses the concerns of the NBA community and his club regarding his weight. After he signed a 5-year max extension contract worth $193 million, the haters were silenced because Zion was healthy and ready to prove himself and become an influential figure in New Orleans. Will his body hold? That is all for us to see, but we wish Zion all the luck in proving himself as the next LeBron James of his generation. Luka Doncic was born in Ljubljana, Slovenia. His father, Sasa Doncic, was a basketball coach and a former player. Luka started playing basketball at the age of 1. That's right, you heard it right. He had a miniature hoop in his room. At the age of 7, after playing soccer and other sports, he started playing organized basketball. While he was 7, he competed against boys who were 10. I was always training and playing with older kids who had much more experience than me. Many of them were bigger and faster than me too, so I had to beat them with my brain, Luka said in an interview. That's maybe the reason why Luka has become today one of the greatest playmakers in the NBA at only 23 years old. His idol growing up was the Greek basketball player Vasilis Spanoulis. When Luka transferred to Real Madrid, he wore the jersey number 7 in honor of Spanoulis. At the age of 13, he moved to Madrid. He signed a 5-year contract with Real Madrid, playing for the U16 and U18 teams. He became the MVP of the Spain Championship and the MVP of the U18 Next Generation Tournament in the season of 2017 and 2018. Playing for the first team of Real Madrid, Luka won the EuroLeague MVP award, becoming the youngest player in history to have won the title. He averaged 16 points, 4.9 rebounds, and 4.3 assists. In the 2018 NBA draft, Doncic was picked by the Atlanta Hawks as the 3rd overall pick. He was then traded to the Dallas Mavericks in exchange for Trae Young. And we all know what happened next. In his rookie season, Luka won the Rookie of the Year award. His first season was the best season for a rookie ever since Michael Jordan entered the NBA. He became the 5th player in NBA history to average at least 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in his rookie year. Among his accomplishments were a lot of triple-double games, the most 3-pointers by a rookie in a single game, a lot of game winners, a lot of 40-plus point games while recording a triple-double, and etc. However, despite Luka going for 40-plus points most nights, almost averaging a triple-double, the Mavericks are struggling to find a championship team. There has even been some talk that Luka has put on some weight in the offseason and that he currently weighs 260. As a reminder, he started the season at 230. After receiving much media criticism at the expense of his weight, it fueled him, and Luka is currently in the best shape of his life. I think a lot of NBA clubs are afraid of what might happen this season with the skinny Luka that usually goes for 30 to 40 points per night. I'm guessing Luka really wants that championship, and the desire in him rivals that of Michael Jordan in the 90s. One thing he should work on is his defense, according to experts, since only the sky is the limit for the young basketball prodigy. Being only 23 years old, he has a lot to prove, but together with Zion, I think we're in for a treat of watching them grow and become the next superstars of their generation. Whoever said you need to be skinny in order to win? Just ask Charles and Shaq.